What's up guys, Xbox Tech Joke back today with another video. Last night in the middle of the night, Xbox decided to release our first look at the brand new Xbox Series S. Let's get into it. So since about 2018, there's been leaks and rumors that Xbox was developing two new consoles for 2020. The first one obviously being the Xbox Series X, which was revealed in December last year. And this entire year we've been hearing about a phantom Xbox Series S, also codenamed Project Lockhart, and all it has been is rumors. There's just been, many things released saying, hey, Project Lockhart will have this, that, but nothing's ever been seen, nothing confirmed. And with it being 2 months away from the release of the Series X, many people were wondering if Series S was a real thing. Well then, a couple of months ago, someone bought a controller, an original Microsoft Xbox wireless controller made for the Xbox Series S/Series X, and on the side it confirms it by saying works for Xbox Series S/X. And to add on to that, a person bought a regular controller, not any of the newer ones, just a standard Xbox One controller, and one of the Game Pass codes also says will work for Xbox Series S/X. So basically within these past couple months, Series S has been all but confirmed. Just waited to see an actual design, reveal, and all that kind of fun stuff, which we officially got last night. The funnier thing about it is there was leaks about the Series S last night. It was released showing just like a quick little photo of it, which I'll show right here. And then everyone kind of talked about it, saying like this console could be revealed soon. And last night I kind of thought it's going to be revealed tomorrow because Tuesdays are typically the days you see big reveals. And surprise, surprise, around 1 a.m. my time, Microsoft released it. And it was a picture officially announcing the Xbox Series S running for $299 coming this November. Now, the Series S itself, the design I at first was a little weird with, honestly. But the more I kind of look at it, the more it grows on me. The biggest thing you should really know is it almost looks exactly like this console, the One S. Minus the optical drive, it is all digital. Minus the dotted design that's on the front, and minus the black base that this one has. So it's essentially just this white chunk right here, no optical drive. And instead of like this entire whole side of the Xbox One S, the Series S actually just has now a black circle, kind of what you can see on the One S. That's basically obviously the ventilation. It is also being called a boombox and or a radio, which is kind of funny and I love it. But yes, the actual console itself almost looks exactly like the One S, minus the optical drive and all that fun stuff. As far as ports from the front, it still has the standard USB Type A and the sync button, and then obviously the power button. One thing I do want to know about this console is when they do show it standing vertically, the Xbox power on button is actually also sideways. So that means that this console, not necessarily was, but is designed mostly to sit like this. So in a way, when it's laying down on its side, it'll look more like the Xbox One S instead of the Xbox Series X. The next big thing that they showed today was actually a cool little launch trailer for the console. Now the console doesn't actually release until November 10th, which is pretty cool, meaning that might be around the time the Xbox Series X releases. But some of the biggest features to know about the Series S, for one, it's a lot cheaper than what the Series X will probably be. My guess for the Series X is around $499, while the Series S is going to be at $299. When they showed the $299, that's kind of when I was like, this thing's going to be $500. It's going to be a 1S, 1X situation all over again. But overall, the biggest difference on the Series S is going to be its power. Now, they didn't really show off the specs in terms of like the CPU power, the GPU power. They did say it still comes with a solid state drive, but this one only goes to 512 gigs, which I'm assuming you could still use a expandable storage. I do wonder if the back of the console houses the expansion slot like the Series X, so that way you can get the 1 terabyte expansion that works with the Velocity architecture. They didn't really show much of the back of the console, but I would assume it's still there. You're still getting ray tracing, you're still gonna get variable refresh rates, low latency. You're only gonna be able to hit around 1440p at around 120 frames per second. So the console doesn't do native 4K like the Series X and like the PS5, but it can still do 4K media and upscale 4K games similar to the Xbox One S. the last coolest thing is the Series S is essentially now the smallest Xbox ever. It's 60% smaller than the Xbox Series X, which I'll show you a picture like around here. But with the Series X itself is, in terms of height, it is the exact same height as the Xbox One X. And the Xbox One X is about just a teeny bit smaller than the Xbox One S, this guy. So if this thing is already smaller than the One X, then it is now considered the smallest Xbox ever. It still does look a little bit thicker, probably thicker than what this is. I'll still release some other photos showing off just kind of like the aerial view of it. But overall, it's actually a very simple and sleek design, and I kind of love it. The only thing I'm really weird with is the ventilation shaft. I kind of wish someone made it to where it was like the Xbox logo on it. That would have been pretty cool. Or a cool little Xbox edition Xbox Series S. But overall, yes, Project Lockhart has been officially revealed as Xbox Series S. It's a next generation console that offers almost the exact same stuff as the Series X, but obviously not everything. It's basically just a good thing for people who don't necessarily want to spend $500 or don't care for the big fancy features, and they just want a next generation experience for a low cost, basically what the One S is. And I really think this one's going to be a system seller. The only thing that's a drawback for a lot of people that I'm seeing is the all digital part. So I guess in a way, the console's more similar to the One S all digital edition, but I mean, it's the same thing. But yes, Xbox Series S is slated to release November 10th at $299. Still no word on the Xbox Series X release date and or price, but my assumption would be around that exact same time and around $499. But hopefully we'll get more information soon, and hopefully we can see an Xbox Series S physical video showing off the console sometime soon. But that is pretty much it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one.